Should billionaires exist? It's one of those questions that sounds moral, but deep down, it's really economic. New York City mayoral candidate Zohran Mamdani recently went viral for saying,
I don't think that we should have billionaires because, frankly, it is so much money in a moment of such inequality.
And the internet ate it up, especially Gen Z.
Perfect response.
And honestly, I get it. It's punchy, the outreach feels fair, the inequality is real. And look, I'm not here to argue politics. I'm not even American, I'm Canadian. But that quote stuck with me because while it does sound good, I don't buy it. I don't think the answer is fewer billionaires. Not because I'm some billionaire fangirl, but because I think we're blaming the wrong thing. It's not about tearing down the top, it's about building up the rest. So here's my take, 6 points on why it's wrong and why I think billionaires should exist. Number 1, value creation does not equal theft. Let's take Jeff Bezos. He didn't get rich because he exploited people. He got rich because he created value, trillions of dollars of it. Amazon has created an estimated $2.1 trillion in value for consumers, shareholders, and businesses. Bezos personally captured less than 10% of that. That's not theft, that's return on investment. We live in a capitalist system where compensation is tied to the impact of your idea, not how many hours you've worked. Hard work doesn't make you a billionaire. Scalable value creation does. If someone builds a product that touches the daily lives of hundreds of millions of people, shouldn't we expect those rewards to scale too? But this isn't the problem most people have with billionaires. They care that they don't pay taxes. Number 2, they fund the system. It is true that billionaires pay lower effective tax rates than average people. The top 25 richest Americans paid a 3.4% effective rate from 2014 to 2018. The wealthiest 400 paid around 8.2% on average versus 13% for typical taxpayers. But here's the missing piece. They still pay more in absolute terms than almost anyone else. From 2014 to 2018, those 25 people paid $13.6 billion in taxes. Considering the average person pays $13,890 annually in federal taxes, I think they're paying more than enough. That money funds schools, roads, and the welfare programs that we do want. Billionaires are still a major artery in the fiscal bloodstream of the United States, even if the rate they pay isn't where we want it to be. 3, most billionaires are self-made. Most of the people who have lived the American dream of becoming billionaires have made something from nothing. 70% of US billionaires are self-made. Many are immigrants or first-generation entrepreneurs. They're not coasting on family money. They built something the world wanted at scale. These are people who took massive personal risks, often for years with no returns. And when they succeeded, we all benefited. Jobs, technology, convenience, new markets, new infrastructures. You don't have to like billionaires, but it's hard to deny that many of them have fundamentally changed how the world works for the better. Number 4, wealth does not equal income. Here's the tricky part with taxing the ultra-rich. Jeff Bezos made $81,840 in salary in 2019. But that's the point. His wealth doesn't come from a paycheck. It comes from owning a piece of the thing he built. Around 60% of billionaire wealth is tied up in public stock holdings, not cash. And taxing that is complicated because that's not tax or income, it's ownership. So when people say, why don't they just pay their fair share? It's a lot more complicated than it looks. You can't tax someone on unrealized gains, which are stocks that haven't been sold, without forcing them to sell, which creates massive liquidity problems and market distortions. If we do introduce individual wealth taxes, it has to be done globally and carefully. Otherwise, the richest people just move their money or themselves somewhere else. This doesn't mean we give them a pass, but it does mean we need to understand the mechanics before we get pitchforks and try to change laws. We should close loopholes, enforce corporate tax compliance, and rethink capital gains. But abolish billionaires isn't a tax strategy. It's just clickbait. But let's get theoretical for a second. Let's say you do abolish billionaires. What does that look like? Do you take all their money away? Do you force company founders to quit and sell everything at $999 million? Do you cap income or net worth by law? Sounds like a lot of government-controlled economy, which history has repeatedly shown us doesn't end well. And that isn't what capitalism or the American dream are. China tried to slow down its tech billionaires, and the result is that innovation slowed, capital fled, and entrepreneurs pulled back. France also implemented a 75% super tax. Billionaires moved, investment dried up, and they reversed the policy within 3 years. Extreme redistribution doesn't hurt the rich, it just hurts the economy, because rich people just have enough money and resources to pack up and go to a country that lets them do them. Here's a better question than should billionaires exist. Why aren't there more of them? There are only 902 billionaires in America. In a country of 330 million people, that's 0.0001%. 0.0027% of the population. The real issue isn't that some people became billionaires, it's that the ladder to get there is broken for everybody else. Instead of tearing down the top, we should just widen the base. We should make it easier to start a business, expand access to capital and credit, fix public education and upskilling, and create real safety nets so people can take smart risks. We don't need to cap ambition, we need to unlock more of it. So I'm not idolizing the ultra wealthy here. Frankly, some billionaires do suck, and some do exploit loopholes, workers, systems, and power. And those people should be held accountable. But that's different from saying no one should be allowed to become that rich. I think we just need to fix the rules, not erase the players.